back, and I'm going to be doing a video that a lot of people are doing, but I wanted to do it for you guys because I'm a small YouTuber. I pay for my products like a lot of us small YouTubers have to do, and I felt like I would have a really honest review for you guys rather than some of the YouTubers out there. Not saying that their reviews are fake, but with this product that I'm going to be reviewing, it's on the fence. You know, you have some good reviews and you have some bad reviews. So the product that I'm going to be reviewing today is going to be the Jaclyn Hill x Morphe palette, and I have had it for a few weeks now, and I've been using it pretty much every day, along with some other stuff, but I've used it quite a bit. I've really wanted to get the feel of how I like things before I do the review on this, because I didn't want to just go in and not really know what I'm talking about and know how the products worked and everything like that. So this is what the packaging looks like. It's a white with a like a silver, platinum silver lettering, and then on the back it has the Morphe x Jaclyn Hill, and then it has her initials on the back of it. We all know it came in a box. It was pretty much the same thing. On the back of the box, it had her photos on there and a little message to the subscribers and to the people that have bought in this palette, and I love that. I love that she had put some pictures in there. Those pictures are so fun and really show her personality, and I think that they were perfect. I do know that her hair is not that color anymore, but I love that hair color. It's one of my favorite colors. So I'm okay that these are older pictures. It doesn't bother me. I know it bothers some people, but I don't care. So moving on to the palette, it is not my favorite packaging. The other Morphe products, they come in like a plasticky packaging. This is a cardboard, and for the price, I think she could have done a little bit better on that. It is white, which is okay, but again, it does get dirty quickly, and it's hard to just wipe this off. Rather, the black Morphe palettes that they have, you can wipe them off because they are plastic. So that is a little bit of a downfall for me, but other than that, it's really pretty. I do love the packaging besides those couple things. Yeah, so let's open this thing up. One other thing, I know that a lot of people did not get the color sheet, and I was one of them, which is very disappointing. I feel like a lot of the bigger YouTubers, or I don't know how they distributed that, but I know that there's a lot of them that did get the color sheet, and I think that they should have put that in every single palette, especially the price that we paid for it. So on another note, I do have some powder on my face. I'm baking, and whenever I use this, I don't want any fallout, so that's why I look a little powdery. But this is what the inside of the palette looks like. I'm sure all of you guys know by now. It has a little message. It says, "This palette is dedicated to all of my loving subscribers. I am one of them. And XO Jaclyn." Now, these colors are just phenomenal. I love that there's such a variety of colors in here. I love that you've got your warm tones, your sparkles, your brighter shades. Like, I love that. You can probably take this palette with you if you're traveling, or maybe if this is your first palette, and be okay with that, because you've got so many different looks that you could do. And you know, you can do natural looks, but you can also step out of your comfort zone and try these bright shades all in one palette, all for one price. You're not out there buying all these different palettes. There are a lot of palettes that just have the warm tones, or just have the cool tones, or just the bright ones, but this one has, you know, it all. So you've got some really pretty turquoise, greens, browns. So I'm going to go ahead and do a few swatches, not a lot of them, just a couple of them. And instead of being some of those YouTubers that sit there and rub their finger in it or dig their finger in it, I'm going to just gently put my finger in it and swatch it for you guys. I want a real swatch. I don't want someone to sugarcoat it for me. I want to know how these are going to work. And I know that finger swatches are not that big of a deal. It really matters on how they apply on the eye, but I know some of you may want to see the swatches. So let's go ahead and just swatch a couple of the matte shades, and then I'll do a couple of the shimmer shades. So the first one I'm going to swatch is this one right here. So here it is on the finger, and then we'll put it on the arm right here. With the palette. That's not a bad swatch. That's not a bad swatch. That's not bad for a swatch. You can see that it does kind of fade off into the, whenever you get the swatch on there, but if you rub it, that's not bad. I mean, I would think it was a little bit more pigmented than that, but it really started off strong. And again, I'm not digging my fingers in there. So let's go with this burnt reddish orange shade. Here it is right here. Now I have black on my finger from an eyeshadow that did not come off. Again, not as pigmented as it looks on some people, but it's still, you know, it looks good whenever you swatch it. It looks alright. It's not the best, but it's okay. Let's go ahead and do this turquoise shade right here. There it is on my finger, and then we'll go ahead and swatch it. That one didn't hold up very well. Okay, now I'm going to move on with the shimmer shades. I think I'm going to go ahead and use this shade right here because I love this shade and I've been using it a lot. Let's see how it swatches. Ooh, it almost feels like a wet feeling, like a wet creamy feeling. It's hard to see from the lighting, but there's that. That swatched better than the matte shades. That is a more of a wet creamy feeling. It swatches a lot better, I feel like, and I think that is more pigmented than the other ones that I have swatched so far. Let's go in with this shade right here. It is a rose gold type pink. That's pretty. You can see that it's hard to see that it started to fade right here. But as far as when it starts out, it looks really good. There's that. Let's do one more. I'm going to do this shade right here. It is a sparky. It's a sparkly turquoise one. It is on the finger. Oh, now that one that's the kind of swatch that you want without digging your finger into the shadow. That's a really, really nice swatch. It's really pretty. Let's go ahead and use this palette for eyeshadow and see how well these blend out, and also show you guys a look that I've been really loving lately. Okay, so I just primed my eyes with the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer, and to set my eyes, I'm not going to use the palette because the color in this, the two colors in this palette that she has for setting your eyes or for using under your brow bone are not, the formula is not something that I like to set my eyes with. It is like a shimmery color, both of them, and they're, I mean, you can't really see the shimmer in the camera, but it's like a sticky, almost, I don't know, it doesn't set my eyelids. It just kind of like globs onto the wetness of my eyeshadow primer and doesn't really spread out very good. So that's a downfall for me already. I thought they were going to glide on really nicely and really set in my concealer or my eyeshadow primer, but that's not the case. So I'm just going to be taking my Airspun translucent powder because I have that in front of me, and we'll just set my eyeshadow primer with that. I'm going to use this shade right here for a transition shade, and I'm going to be using the Morphe R37 brush to put that in my crease. And you can see that I'm pretty sloppy with my transition shade. It's okay if I go above my crease line. I have a little bit of a halo eye, so I want my eyeshadows to go above the crease line a little bit. I'm okay with that. But you can see that this is going on pretty nicely. It's not too dark, and it just gives you a really nice transition shade. Now I'm just going to be taking this shade right here, and I'm going to put that a little bit below my crease line just to give it a more of a definition and a little bit more of a darker color there. And I'm going to take the Morphe M433 brush for that. It's going to be about the same spot as the last one, but just a little bit lower. And then in the outer corner. Okay, so far that is what we have. I know it may look a little bit messy, but it'll be getting cleaned up later on. Now we're going to go in and take this shade right here. It is a red mauve shade, and we're going to be putting that on the outer corner and up in the outer crease line. The only problem that I'm having right now is you can see that it looks really dark right there. Almost like patchy. And I'm trying to blend it and stuff. And I've noticed this a few times when I've used this palette. And it just doesn't really go anywhere. I don't know if it's because the formula is maybe too, I don't know. I wouldn't say wet. But I don't know. It's not like blending out like I want it. So that I've noticed, like I said, quite a few times using this palette. Now let's go ahead and take this shade right here. It is a more of a brown mauve shade. I'm just going to put that in the outer corner as well to smoke it out just a little bit. And I'm going to be using the Morphe 573 brush. That's the brush that I used before. I'm going to use it for this shade as well. Just packing it on the outer corner and then bringing it in the crease. So there it is right there, and you can see that it's still kind of getting really dark and patchy up in there, and it's not blending too well. So what I'm going to do is just take a clean blending brush and just try to blend it all out. It's blending, but I still feel like it's really stuck right in my crease. And like I said, I've noticed that with, every time I've used this palette, I've noticed that. And I do not like that. It's just not like blending all over. It's just kind of sitting in that crease. And yes, you guys know I did use a primer and I did set my eyeshadow really good with a translucent powder. We're going to be taking this shade right here, and we are going to be putting that in the inner corner. And for this one, I'm going to be using the Morphe M124. It's just a flat brush. I'm not going to wet the brush. I'm just going to apply it without that so you can see how well that it applies without having to wet it. And you can see that it applies really pretty. I personally don't think that you need to wet your brush for it to give you a nice shimmer inner corner, but if you want to, I'm sure it'll pop it that much more. I haven't tried wetting my brushes to see what it would do because I like it just like this. Sometimes if you wet your brush, it doesn't smooth out as well. It just kind of like globs in that one spot. So this is what it's looking like right now. I'm going to try to blend that eyeshadow out just a little bit more, and I'm going to be using the Morphe M537 brush. This is the brush that I used for that dark shadow. So I'm just going to take whatever's left on it and just try to blend it a little bit more. I'm not putting any more eyeshadow on it. And then I'm also blending where the shimmer meets the outer corner. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and grab that shade right here. That's the first shade that I started out with as my transition shade, and go back in with the Morphe R37 brush. And I'm going to be applying that right above the eyeshadow just to blend those harsh lines out. Okay, so I think it's blending a little bit better. I still feel like it's kind of creased up right in here in the outer corner and in the crease. And I don't know. I know it's not my brushes because I've used brand new clean brushes. I've used, all my brushes, and I've been trying to work with this palette for a couple weeks now, so I know that's not it, before you guys go and troll on me. But I don't feel like it's blending the dark shade very well, so This is what my eyeshadow is looking like. I'm going to go finish up the rest of my makeup, and then I will be back and we'll finish up on this review. So, there is my full review on this palette and a little look that I have been doing for a few days that I really like. Yeah, they didn't blend out as well as I wanted, but as far as the look goes, I really like it, and I can wear this every day with any color, and it looks good. Leave some comments down below letting me know if you've tried this palette and how it worked for you. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Hit that subscription box down below. Whenever I get to 500 subscribers, I will be doing a giveaway, so go hit that subscribe box. And that's pretty much it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.